I asked Christian the same question. Just basic soccer 101. How do you beat a back five?
Well, which back five? Because we've had some positive results against Minnesota. Although the last one was challenging. The last one, was close, and then their red card, and we finally got one in the 85th minute. But, you got to be able to get after them before they get into a lower block. Now, Minnesota holds a higher line than LAFC. But, good body shape in those tight pockets of space, smaller runs behind, because look, even though there's less space, maybe it's a give and go instead of a, long diagonal when Jordan's opening up his legs. I mean, there's certain ways that you can do it. You just have to, get it done.
I saw one of the videos. You said team needs to play, attack, start out real quick, something you didn't do last game. What's the messaging around that? Starting on the front foot.
Look, we're away from home. Tough stretch coming up here, league match-wise. But we always have played kind of similar style, away from home, at home. We'll be pressing higher up the field in the right moments. We'll be defending well. Everybody has to come back. That's how you win games on the road in MLS. And then when those chances do come, we got to be clinical with them.
Is there a sense of urgency?
For sure. 9 games left. Yeah.
Ryan, you're traveling for the first time in a while, and being able to rely on some of the best practices that you've had early in the season to be able to prepare for that, change of weather, change of scenery. How important is it going to be for your team to adapt quickly to that travel?
Yeah, typical Seattle summer day. We loved it. Actually, the energy and atmosphere was pretty good, even though some people don't like the gray day. Minnesota will be warmer. It'll be a bit humid. Again, it's a test. They got to come out of the gates. They got to understand what the opponent is going to try and do. They've been on break, and so they will be refreshed, ready to go. We might be a little bit more informed because we've had consistent games. Therein lies can we get on top of them before they kick the rust off the tires? Can they overwhelm us because they're fit, ready to go, a couple new faces? That's the game.
Georgie was out here today. What's his situation?
Good question. I'll know more later today.
And what have you seen of him out on the training pitch?
Well, he's been good. I mean, look, he's a talented kid. He's got the 1v1 drill movements, stuff that he can do. Breaking guys down is, something that we don't have currently on the first team.
How useful is he in against a set like a player like that against a set defense?
Yeah, it's very handy to have. Very handy.
Any updates on Pedro?
Ready to go. I meant what I said earlier in the week. I was debating starting him. I'm not going to, but he's going to see the field.
What about everybody else? Everybody else
healthy. Everybody else. Braudilio's the last one, and he's even getting close. I guess Cody with his wrist, but those guys are even close.
And Jackson's been cleared.
Jackson has cleared concussion protocol.
How satisfied are you with the way that I guess to some degree it's going to come out on Saturday, but how satisfied are you with the way that you've balanced focusing on Saturday and not looking, while still laying some groundwork for...
Well, the test, you asked me that question after the game. I mean, right now I think we've done a good job of, setting the stage for this last push. So we're out of Leagues Cup. What is next? Next is a league match. We did the math, and, if you look at Sporting KC, which to me was kind of a thud, kind of a, downer, we're 12-3-1 in all comps. If you go all the way back to that DC United trip, at that point in time we had one win. We had one win when we were going to DC and Philly. Well, we're 15-6-3 in all comps. And everybody pitched in there. When I say all competitions, that means everybody. It was the Open Cup, some of those early games. everybody has pitched in. So when I told those guys those stats, I said, how are we going to set this team up for the last, hopefully 11 games of the season? You know, we want a semifinal, we want a final, we want 9 games. Then let's see the playoffs what we can do. So that message has been put out there. Starts with Saturday against Minnesota.
Do you feel that this is an opportunity for you to treat the last 10 games, 9 games, possibly 11 games, as another opportunity for you to have those short tournaments that you guys tend to do well with?
Well, yes, I'd like that to happen. Obviously, LAFC's had our number. Obviously, we've got 3 tough road games to start this last push. But then we've got some home games to end the year. Finale against Portland at home. That'll be a big match. We see them again at their place before that. But yeah, it's a good reset because Leagues Cup is now pushed behind us.
You, Paul did well, and you said that he had earned the start during Leagues Cup. Do you feel that there's need to shake up anything, or see?
She's always asking about my lineup. I'm gonna put the best lineup out there I can for Saturday. End of story. And then I will not be afraid to make substitutions based on state of the game. And then let's see.
Just kind of a broad question. Where do you come down on the idea of who gets to be called coach? Is it just the head coach? Can the assistants be also called coach?
We're all coaches. Tommy's a coach, Brecky's a coach, Freddie, Andy.
So it's okay to call them all coach?
They can call them coach. It's totally fine.